Hello, this is Josh from Chip Theory Games, and I am going to take you through a playthrough of a battle or two here based on our two characters you've come to know, Boomer and Patches. Now, I know that Ricky Royal's preview was using these same two characters. You've seen the mats from some of the others, but I don't know if I want to reveal those characters as much in their strategies before you guys have had a chance to play them yourselves. So, if you ask for those, for more characters and seeing how they play, we can absolutely do that. But again, for purposes of not wanting to spoil too much for you, because strategies are revealed within a playthrough, I just want to be sensitive to that. So we're going to use the two that you've seen up to this point. But you're going to be seeing it with a lot of the new components. As you can see, this game is looking more and more stunning as we get things in. Now, we're still using chips that we're having to make with labels, and the same for our dice. But the mats are second to our last or final prototypes. Actually, the mats here are the final. You can tell by the dots actually are one of the last changes that we made was to make sure that those dots were the same color as the characters. The battle mat is one addition previous to our final. So anyways, today we have Molmesh that we're facing, and we are on day 4, and the reason that we start usually at that day is because I don't want to reveal too much to you about the special encounters that happen on the first, second, and third days. They're ones that will happen at the beginning of each game, and I'd like you guys to experience them for yourselves. So we're going to start at day 4, where we have a random encounter that we're drawing, and we'll go from there. We've skilled out Boomer and Patches both with some skills that would be likely for a day 4, roughly a day 4 fight. So with Boomer, we have 4 health, 2 attack, and 4 dex, and she has two of her components locked right now with 1 to roll. She has a frag, a body search, and flashbang already learned. For Patches, we've got 6 health, 2 defense, 3 dex, and then I'm really sticking to one of his healing lines, but I did go ahead and grab the bone saw for a little bit of extra damage. So let's jump into this. We're going to start with our encounter. Now, this is a small pile because you're going to be we pick the amount of encounters based on who we're facing, and then we shuffle in some of their class-specific encounters if they have some, and it looks like one of those is coming up. And so this is all we're dealing with. So we're going to flip this one. I'm going to try to get a close-up here of this. And this one is Sticks and Stones. So I awake with a start, searching for my weapon, and I realize it's been taken during my slumber. Looking around our makeshift camp, it's clear that the rest of our number have suffered the same thievery. The nearby sound of a twig snapping makes us suddenly aware of our nakedness and sets us scrambling for sticks and stones to fight with. So that sets the tone for the battle. And as we flip this over, we can see from the top here that both of our choices are going to result in a battle. So we have 2 options. Sticks and stones will break your bones. In this option, your party cannot use skill dice in today's battle. However, any bones rolled count as 2 bones on your backup plan. So any single bone rolled would count as 2. All right, so that's one option. The second option is split up and find the thieves. So each Gearlock draws a 1-point baddie. If they can eliminate it in 1 round using only attack and defense dice plus backup plan, that Gearlock can use skill dice in today's battle. Interesting. Okay, so, wow. Well, let me just look at my Gearlocks here. So with Boomer 2 attack, but could roll defense dice for doing some damage. So that's possible. Let's see. Patches is the worst one. He's got only 2 defense dice, 1 attack. It's going to be hard for me to get anything done with that. So, man, your party cannot use skill dice in today's battle. However, bones rolled count as 2. I wonder if that's not the way we go for this battle. Using our backup plans all the way, because I think Patches is just going to have too hard a time using only attack and defense plus his backup plan to eliminate an entire, even a 1-point baddie. So, alright, this is an interesting one. We are going to go with the first one. Sticks and stones will break your bones. So we are only using attack and defense, no skills. Okay, so then we enter into baddie, the baddie draw phase here. And so what we got to figure out is who we're facing. So it's day 4. 2 gear locks. That means we're facing 8 baddies. This is going to be majorly rough. So a 5-point and three ones. All right, let's see what we got. So we got the Orc Warmonger. Ouch. Already, ouch. All right, we got a Kobold Tracker. We got an Orc Peon. These look like the ones I used for my other example. Yeah, okay, and then the Troll Romper. So we've seen these, but that's fine. These are good. So let's see. Let's get them all to the right spots. So with the chips, we're looking for putting melee on melee and ranged on ranged. And we're going to put the chips underneath them. All right, 6. This one's gonna hurt. All right, and 3. Okay, we're all set up with the baddies. Now we have to assign their initiative. So let's just go through and do that. So we use, right here, we go with initiative. So yellow has a 3. We've got the Warmonger with 4. Okay. We've got the Kobold Tracker at a 6. He's going to go immediately. And we've got a slow Troll Romper at a 2. Alright. So now we got to roll ours to see where we fall. So Patches falls in the middle. And Boomer got a 4, so she's going to go above. Alright, so that's how things shake out that way. Let's go to get our guys on. So Boomer has 4 health. Now we have to decide where to put her. She's going to need to take some hits. So I'm going to put her within range of that Orc Warmonger. And then Patches. Let's see. I think we're going to have to step up into the fray. So maybe we'll do Boomer here and Patches here. All right. So that's going to hurt when we step up into the fray of it. But I don't see any other way. Okay. Enough thinking. All right, we got to show the video, so. All right, so here we go. We're going to also keep in mind we did win some loot along the way. So right now, Boomer has a reinforced buckler. Now, that is a heavy piece of equipment, so it takes up 2 spots. And this, you can hold up to 4 loot normally, but this one's keeping me from holding that many. But it allows me to add 1 defense to my roll each turn, so it can be above my dex cap. And then this allows me to cleanse the gear locks of all negative effects, so that's nice. may not come into play in this battle. Infused Incense over here is, let's see, roll 2 additional attack dice. Okay, so there's a little burst there. We might be able to do this, so I don't know. Okay, let's get started. So we're starting with round 1. I gotta assign these guys just in case they start moving around the board. So this helps us keep track of which lane they originated from, and then we know and can assign initiative appropriately. Now keep in mind, we cannot use any of our skills. So Boomer's got a lot of dice there that she can't benefit from. Same with Patches. This is going to be one of the roughest fights I think I've been through. So, okay, let's start out. We've got the Kobold Tracker going first. Now he's got Hardy and Compound. Hardy means he can only be dealt 1 damage per round by 1 unit. So even if you hit him for 3, he'll only take 1. The other one is even more scary, and that's Compound. Compound means that based on the round, that determines his attack. So if it's round 2, he has 2 attack, and yeah, that's just how it works. So, all right, we're going to need to keep watchful eye on him. He is going to go first, and since it's round 1, he rolls 1 attack die against the weakest, which is right there, the weakest unit. So that's going to be Boomer. So we're going to take a die. We're going to roll this thing. All right, so we got a 1. All right, 1 attack die, 1 damage to Boomer. Okay, next turn is, I'm going to create a little gap here so we know where it's at. Boomer's turn. So Boomer can roll up to 4 dice. She can roll 2 attack and 2d. And that's what she's got for options because that's all we can roll. So give me a sec to grab 2 of those. Okay, so that's what we're going to roll for Boomer. Let's do it. Who is she attacking? We got to decide that first. Well, I'm wondering if we need to. Hit. Let's just go after that Warmonger. Let's try to take that Warmonger down. Yeah, he's hurting because it's going to hurt badly because he's got rating, which means this orc is going to grant him an extra attack die. So that means he has 4 attack dice. Yeah, we need to take him out ASAP. So, all right, all attacks on him. All right, so 2 misses with our bones, I should say, with our defense dice. That's okay. 2 attack leaves us doing 2 damage to this guy. All right, that's it. That's my turn. Now, I could potentially use 1 of them immediately for the throw odds. There's a throw odds and a throw ends. I think I will do that. I'm going to spend 1 of those to do 1 additional damage to the Warmonger. All right. Okay, it is now the Warmonger's turn. So what I'm most concerned about here is Patches hasn't had a chance to go yet. And, you know what? Still my turn. I'm doing this after the fact, but I really want to give ourselves a good chance. I'm going to use this. I should have done that while I rolled, but I get to add 1 defense die to my roll. So I'm rolling an additional D. So that one actually puts me at the bluff bomb, and I'm not going to use that. I'm going to hold on to it, but that's kind of critical for this fight, so I am going to do that. All right, so yeah, what I'm saying about Patches is He hasn't had a chance to go, so he doesn't have any defense mounted, and he's going to take a harsh hit here. So I'm kind of rethinking if I should have placed him right in front of that guy, or maybe put him in the back row to get some defense, maybe in this corner before that guy came, although then he would have stepped up right onto Boomer. So yep, I think that was my only play. Let's roll for him. He's got 3 attack plus 2 defense plus rating of 1 because he's got 1 orc with him. So we're rolling 4 attack dice, 2 defense dice. And if he misses with any of these, he's going to taunt. That's his like little mini backup plan. And taunt means that all Gearlocks must attack him. So, alright, here we go. Okay, so he definitely missed with a few things. That's actually good though. I would prefer that. So he only does 2 damage to Patches. He does 2 damage, and then he puts up 2 defense too. So I'm going to take 2 damage off Patch. Alright, and then we put that defense die right on top of him, so we remember he has that. Okay, that was his turn. He is taunting, so that means that I can only target him, and that defense is going to be hard to get through. But we're going to have to, so let's do this. We've got 3 decks. So we have 1 attack we can roll. We have 2D we can roll. Okay. And we're also going to, let's see, we're also definitely going to use this infused incense. Let's see if we can get it focused in. So roll 2 additional attack on your turn. Can be beyond your decks. Okay. So we're burning that card. And we're going to use 2 extra attack dice. Alright. And that is it. I mean, that's what we've got for us to roll. So we're focusing in. I don't think there's any reason to... We don't want to move because that limits our defense, or I mean our decks. So we're just staying put, and we need to chew through as much as we can with this. Alright, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 misses. Where are our defense? Alright. Now, before I forget, at the start of my turn, I have recovery. So I gain 1 health back for that. So I'm taking it. Again, that needs to happen at the start of your turn, typically. Alright, so let's apply this damage. 4 damage. So this comes off, and we do 2 to him. He's down to 1 health. What can we do? Well, the thing is, Boomer's going to pick him up. I just don't like spending a whole attack with her on him. But I don't know any other way to apply a damage right now because our backup plan just doesn't allow for it. We've got heal Gearlock, and we needed 1 more for our needle jab, which would be which is damage, but we can't do that yet. So the question is, do I want to heal? He's the front line. I think it's almost more important for me to keep my health up. So I'm going to use my 2 misses, my 2 bones, for 1 more health. Alright. So that's where things stand. His turn is done now. And it moves on to, let's see, we're on to this guy here. Now he is targeting the weakest, but it's closest weakest, so it will still be Patches. So he's going to move up 1 to target Patches. And let's see. Rage is his attack increases if his health is not at 3. So with this kind of a skill, we're going to want to burst him down quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be, we're just taking extra damage. But for right now, he's still fully healthy, so we're only going to have him roll 1 die. He does 1 damage against Patch. Alright. It's not too bad. Okay, so who's next? We've got the Troll Romper. So the Troll Romper can move 2. So he's going to move 1, 2. He's also attacking closest, weakest. And he has Thick Skin and Clumsy. So Clumsy means, so he's rolling, 2 attack and 1d. Alright. Clumsy means that if he rolls a miss, he actually misses me and will hit another adjacent baddie. Now there isn't any adjacent baddies, so he's okay there, but he still will miss me. So we're definitely hoping for a miss here. Alright, that's awesome. So even though he did 2 damage, he misses, and that activates Clumsy, and his whole attack misses. Therefore, I do not take any damage from the Troll Romper. Okay, and that ends round 1. We're going to jump over to round 2. Okay, and it is, ouch. This guy's going to be our undoing, I have a feeling. So, it's round 2. He's rolling 2 attack dice, and he's rolling them for Boomer. Okay, that's not bad. 1 damage, no problem. Well, he could have taken us out there with a crit, so I shouldn't be too excited about that. But all right, so his turn is done. Boomer's turn. We really have to deal with him. All right. Well, the nice thing is the backup plan doesn't always have to target. Like throw odds doesn't have to be my target. It can be another baddie. So we're going to take that into account here when we attack this turn. So I've got 2 attack, 2d, and actually my buckler is always in effect. That's why it's heavy. It's something that it's a permanent item. I don't have to expend it. So we're definitely going to use that. All right. So this is what we've got. 2 attack, 2d, and then the extra d from the buckler. We're going to, we've got to make, I think we're going to make the Warmonger our target again. And I'll show you why. So that's our target for this round. All right. I'm glad we did. Okay, so this was crazy. We got 1 damage onto that Warmonger, which is what we needed. We actually didn't have a choice. The Warmonger was still in taunt mode, and therefore, yes, we would have had to attack him. Now, what I should have done with that miss is to indicate that he did trigger taunt, we have you stick a bone up there so that you know that that happened. So I should have done that. But he's gone. We took him out. All right, so what else is happening here? We got 1d to apply to our active area, and we rolled 3 misses. So we already have 2 locked. So we could go all the way to hide, but hide doesn't really help me right now because I'm not the one. Well, I very well could be. It makes me untargetable, but then the attack just comes down on Patches. So I think I need to keep doing damage, and I'm going to keep most of these dice. I'm actually just going to throw 1, the odds again, and so these all cycle down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to target the kobold The reason I'm doing that is because, again, he has hardy, so he can only take 1 damage per turn. So I could have thrown 3 damage at him, but it wouldn't have done any difference. So, alright, that's my turn. That is my turn. I've got 1D racked up, so feeling a little nervous about that right now, but that's the best we can do. And we are on to, well, this one already got eliminated, so he's out of there. So we're actually on to Patch's turn. Patches does not have any loot. He's got 1 attack and 2 defense dice that he can roll. So that is what we're going to do. Now, who does Patches go for? I could step up to... This guy's going to attack for 3 next time, which is, if he crits on all of them, is potentially 6. So, now that we removed the taunter, I could go 1, 2, and attack him with 1 die, because I only have 3 decks. So I use 2 to get there. I have 1 attack die. You know what? I'm doing it. It's... Whew. Okay, let's do it. That makes so much more sense, though, than trying to attack these and then giving this guy 1 more round to knock out Boomer. I don't like it, so we're going to try to take him out. Here we go. Yes! Okay, so he is gone. Has 1 health, that's what we needed. Alright, so let's see, where does he fall in this? He is, what color is he? Oh, okay, he's red. Got it, he's this one. We're going to get those colors all matched up to the chips as well. But, okay, so we're here, and we're going to go with this guy. Now, he's going to go to Boomer, so that's going to hurt, but I think it's all we can do. He's still healthy, so we get to decide where he goes. I think I'm going to keep him as far away from Patches as possible. So let's do that, and then let him roll his 1 die. Ouch. 2 damage. Holy cow. Okay, so 1 damage is soaked by this, and does 1 more damage. So Boomer's got 1 left. Okay, that's his turn. So Troll Romper actually is next to his target because it's closest weakest, so that's still Patches. And so here we go. We're going to target Patches with 2 attack and 1D. Here we go. All right, that was huge. Okay, so he attacks and hits 2 for damage, but he misses with the D, and therefore he misses altogether. That was big, big, big. Okay, I wonder if we could coax him over to this guy so that if he misses, he knocks him out. Might be something to think about, but all right. That was huge, though, that he missed. We're on to round 3. All right, round 3. Boomer's turn. I'm feeling a lot better now. We've got 2 defense plus our buckler, 2 attack, and a lot of, a lot of misses. Bones to rip into these baddies. So in this case, we're going to make our target the Orc Peon. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was an awesome roll. That was an awesome, awesome roll. I don't know what's the odds on that. That's a 1 in 6. So not bad. Okay, and we got 2 attack. So we did 2 damage to that Orc Rager. Now that rage is going to kick in, but we're going to spend another one of those singles to do a single damage to him as well. So Orc Rager is gone. Alright. So he comes off the board. Guys, we are going to do this. We are totally going to do this. With 1 health left on Boomer, we're going to do this. Alright, so it's Patch's turn. And we have only 1 attack and 2D to roll. We're going to make that... I don't want to move. Yeah, I don't want to move. So here we go. Alright, some defense finally coming up. So those are locked in. Nice. 1 damage does nothing to the Troll Romper because of thick skin. So I'm not going to be able to contribute much to that. So this is all you, Boomer. Alright. Troll Romper's turn. Here we go again with this guy. One of these times he's going to hit his defense. Okay, so he does. He puts up some defense this time. And he does 2 damage to me. Interesting. Okay, so see, I forgot to do the recovery for Patches. I think I've forgot that twice now. That's part of this game. It's also partly why we recommend playing one character. That's enough to remember. Solo playing through this whole adventure, you've got plenty with 1 character to think about. But once you have played and played and played it, it becomes easier, and you start to want to play with the relationships between the units, and therefore it makes sense why you'd want to then start working out some combos and doing two at once. In this case, it does allow me to forget some things, so I'm kind of putting myself in jeopardy there, but I have defense now, so I'm pretty well set at this point. So now let's go ahead and target. Boomer could even step up and take some hits if I was worried about it, because she has 6 defense locked. But alright, so anyway, we're on to round 4. Boomer's turn. It is time. We're going to cycle these down. It is time to do some major hurt on that troll. So we're going to roll both attack. We're going to roll. Now here we have to watch. We've got 2 defense, but both of our defense dice are locked up here. So those 2 do not count for us. Like I can't, they're already counting. So I can't roll those. It doesn't matter when they're misses, but when they are locked, they count as defense dice, and therefore I have none to roll. This says add 1 defense die to your roll each turn. So this defense die doesn't count against that buckler. However, I don't have a place to lock it in. So I can roll it, but it's only going to be beneficial as a bone, which is maybe okay. So let's do that. We're going to target the troll, obviously. Okay, we got 1D, does not help us, can't lock. And we've got 1. Okay, so 1 damage, 1 bone. Let's see what we can do with it. Throw ends is 3 damage. We can only use 1 backup plan. So that's what we're going to do. We're doing the throw ends for 3. This for 1, so we're netting 3. So this comes off, do 2 damage. Okay. 1 last time. Almost done with this game here. We've got this. This is awesome. Okay, moving on to Patch's turn. Patches gets his typical 1 and 2. 2 defense. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Cannot roll either of them because I've got them locked in up there. So I only get my 1 die roll. which was 1 damage. Doesn't do him any good. Moving on. Troll Romper. 2 attack. 1d. Okay, I see a miss. He misses. That guy is more a liability than a danger to us. Alright. Finally, we're on to round 5, so this is interesting. Okay, so round 5. Oh my goodness. So round 5 means, I'm sorry, round 5. Whew. I was like, if it was round 6, it means we all take a damage. So then this guy goes, Boomer dies, or gets knocked out, I should say, sorry. But all we need to do would be to finish with 1 gear lock. So that would have been fine. In this case, we're on round 5, so not quite yet. So Boomer has to close this thing out. 2, 3 rolls. 1, 2 damage. That's enough. Troll, gone, encounter. Success. We gain 2 skill points and 1 loot for this success. And that wraps up 1 battle. Slow battle, but a battle nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one.